Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to World of Warcraft Legion. Now, we are heading back to Maccabi to go ahead and take care of some quests here. Not so humble beginnings, and hopefully we'll find 4 more pristine Argonites so we can finally turn that quest in. So let's go ahead and travel to City Center. And I can go ahead and tell you guys about the horrible day I had yesterday in terms of Warcraft. I had a splitting headache, like one of those headaches where you can't even look at a computer screen without your eyes just throbbing in pain. And I figured I can just go ahead and not record and it'll be fine. And then I found out that yesterday was actually Pirate Day. And Pirate Day ends at 10 a.m., so it is technically going on. But I was kind of curious. I was with the new patch and everything. I was like, is Pirate Day going to get any kind of new item? Because we got the Chewed Insult book a year ago here on the series. Man, it really kind of puts it in perspective how long I've been doing this. But yes, indeed, they did have a new item. So I thought to myself, well, I guess I'll check it out and see what we have. And they do have a new item. It's an awesome item. It's a pirate flag that sits on the back of your character, and it looks awesome, and I can't get it. Actually, hardly anyone can get it, because you can't actually talk to the NPC to get the item unless you did the Bloodsail Admiral grind, which is an absolute and complete pain. I've never done it doing Warcraft before, and I mean, it's a long grind because they start out hated, and you have to get friendly, which means that you're taking on troops at Booty Bay and a whole lot of other nonsense. It takes a while, and I just didn't have the time, and with my headache and everything, I just couldn't do it, and it made me a sad panda. Oh, that's for the Argonite. By the way, you may notice some audio changes here. My recording software updated and changed how it does its audio settings, so I'm not exactly sure what's good and what's bad yet, at the moment, so I think we're just going to play around with it, and I hope it sounds alright. But yeah, I guess Sully's like, you know what, I'm going to have my own pirate flag with blackjack and wenches. So if any of you guys want to design a pirate flag for Swindlegear, I would certainly not go amiss. I posted on all the social medias as well. Probably on the channel or during a video too. So what do we got here? Oh, we're in Aranor Gardens. Let's go ahead and scan. And that should be our final one for Dee. Oh, Seat of the Triumvirate. Well, I guess we'll be heading there soon. Yeah, but I hate the fact when the micro holidays, hey, you have this awesome item. Oh, guess what? You can't get it. Because there was no warning in terms of like what was going to be offered. So no one could go ahead and do the grind early. It's a shame. Maybe next year. I'll get really bored one day and start knocking that out. That also means that you get on really bad terms with Booty Bay, unfortunately. And Swindle kind of prides himself on going to Booty Bay. Oh, there's the Argonite again. I keep on going to the wrong place. Ancient Mending Crystal. What does it do? I assume it mends. And since I had no damage, there was no reason for me to have it. There we go. Oh, you were a angry citizen. And we got some rare spawns here, too. Interesting.
The gatekeeper is inactive.
Well, we better go find the Keymaster then. Ooh, they do move in herds.
We will redeem our home.
This place has its share of secrets. Thankfully, I know enough of them to get us started.
This construct should hold information to help us locate the Sigil of Awakening. We need to wake it up.
Can I write it? Conservation of magic and invasive species. I have an idea. This construct will be of use to us. We simply need to jolt it awake. Once we stored the great quantities of energy and conduits throughout the conservatory, they are still functional, but only just. Take this. Ymera hands you a brightly glowing crystal. It will provide a small burst of magic that should help stabilize an erratic conduit. I think I have enough stored for 8 or so. Stabilizing a few should allow us to access the whole network. Stabilize 8 erratic power conduits. And invasive species? We should seek out an alternative source of energy just in case I am wrong about the conduits. Luckily enough, I think I know where we can find one. The Panthora native to Argus are solitary creatures, but it seems whatever magic the Awakeners possessed has drawn them here in great numbers. There's no time to be gentle with the environment. Panthora devour energy to survive. Slay them and see if you cannot reclaim some of the power they have consumed. Collect 30 partially digested arcana.
The Legion will stop at nothing.
So your
Careful.
homeworld is blown all to hell, and the first thing that you want to do is go kill the native wildlife that's left. That is sound reasoning there, Space Goat. Not that I care, mind you. Hey guys. Power conduits. That's simple enough. I don't think these guys are going to be particularly... Sup? No pockets to pick. Oh, awesome. The pet doesn't aggro if they're sapped. That is handy. Well, let's just sneak around here. This is an interesting place. Man, the city there in the background is just too cool. It's kind of cyberpunkish. Really hard to tell what is aggressive and what is not. That instructor's pretty aggressive, though, I would say. And immune to sapping. And there's the Panthoras over there. I think that was a character from Thundercats, if I recall correctly. Little, inside confession for you. I was actually not a huge fan of Thundercats growing up. Like when I was a kid, when I was a little kid, really liked them. But when I got older, I started liking stuff like Voltron a lot more. I did like the remake that they did on Cartoon Network. I thought that had a lot of potential. Actually, I like the remake of both Thundercats and Masters of the Universe. I thought it was pretty cool. Ooh. Bad kitty. There you are. Hopefully Lillian will get up to legendary status soon so we can go ahead and get Vanessa back. I miss my kidney shot pirate. She does damage to the kidneys and I do damage to your liver. There's some synergy there. Speaking of synergy, where's Smee? Yeah, Look what you did, Smee. Though I would think that Smee would look like a tasty little morsel to these guys. There we go. Yeah, that's more partially digested arcana. Come on, first mate. I don't need a pirate flag, I got you. Don't need that skull and crossbones. Where you at? There you are. Dunk. Yeah, there you go. I like that. Sup? And oh, they're feeding off of the ghosts. That's interesting. And dispersed. Very interesting. Let's go ahead and get this last bit of morsel from the panther belly. and we'll be in good shape. Alright, that's done. We need one more conduit. Ah! Ask and ye shall receive.
I had hoped that would work. The lights are on, but no one is home. Anything can be a weapon with the right mindset.
Yes, excellent. The conduits are back online. The construct, however, is proving a little more difficult to awaken than I had hoped. There's always room for a backup plan. Did you find what we seek? I had not imagined the final product to be so sticky. Ymera wipes her hands on her robes. It will do. Yeah, sorry about that. It was a good thing we saw two sources of energy. Even with the conduits active, the construct is not stirred. It has likely been inactive a long while. Perhaps as long as Macari has floated above Argus. What a long, lonely vigil it must have been. Ymera is silent for a moment as she peers at the construct. Go ahead and jostle it a little. That combined with one last burst of magic ought to do the trick. Wake the gatekeeper.
I am going to need your help. Jostle it a bit, won't you?
Can you define jostle to me, please?
I am restored.
Oh no, I know that voice.
Exile Ymera, why have you returned?
We need to...
Conservatory resources are not available to one of your status.
Of all people to become gatekeeper. Perhaps you had better do the talking.
Yeah, that sounds like a sensible plan.
I am obligated to serve.
State your purpose or remove yourself from the premises. I'm looking for the Sigil of Awakening.
Rules are rules. The Sigil is the Conservatory's highest honor. Only Archimonde's chosen may pursue this accolade. I am obligated to inform you that the Master created trials specifically for this purpose. I'm also required to allow the uninitiated to participate. I am required to provide a greeting.
Prepare yourself,
Hello.
stranger. Oh, I like that delayed hello.
Let us begin.
If it interests you to know, I was once the keeper of the Conservatory's keys, custodian to all its locks and gates. To halt the ravages of time, I placed my soul inside this construct, and so it is that I watch over the Conservatory for all eternity. It will forever be my burden to deal with the likes of you. So we got tenacity, cunning, and mastery. Sounds easy. My master, Archimonde, was not known for his willingness to suffer indecision. He preferred to teach by rewarding frustration with more frustration, punishment with more punishment. Absolute conviction was required to succeed under him. At the opposite end of the conservatory, you will find a large structure. Once inside, your goal is to overcome all the obstacles placed before you. Emerge unscathed, and I will be forced to consider your will strong enough to proceed. Overcome the trial of tenacity? Cunning. Archimonde expected greatness from his pupils. Only the most imaginative minds, the most adroit of intellects could ever truly fathom the deepest reaches of our magic. I doubt you can relate. Kind of comes off like Snape. The path to the left will take you to set of 3 statues. Use them to collect a mark of cunning. To preserve the integrity of this trial, I will not be able to provide hints. If you do, by some miracle, happen to succeed, I will formally recognize your brilliance. Collect a fragment of acuity, wit, and guile, and combine them into a mark of cunning. And mastery. Archimonde was an individual consumed by the pursuit of power. Only those who could match his lust could fare well under his tutelage. He will fight what remains of Archimonde's greatest pupils. These three once held such power in their own disciples that the Conservatory remembers them now. Their echoes will try to kill you. Best all three with your limbs intact, and I will recognize your strength. Defeat Grand Vizier Jurasim, Archconsul Valera, and High Awakener Argon.
That gave me no pleasure either.
Great. We will be on our way then.
You, Imera, will have no part in this. But I will not deny you the opportunity to watch your friend fail.
So generous of you. I may not be able to assist you directly, but I have information that could be of interest.
Oh, get out of my head. Well, let's do some trials then. You know, I'm okay with doing trials just so long as I'm not on trial. Misunderstandings and all that, you understand.
You should have learned to swim.
Oh, that's a follower. I was like, why do I hear a Naga? Inspect the well-preserved tome. The Triad. Agari are we, and this is our task. Our hands bear the answers if only you ask. Two together can open the way. Three at one time will keep you at bay. Okay. Two together. Three at one time. And it's color based. I see. So we'll get this one. One half of a disc shaped sigil. And that one's purple, so red and blue. That's a cool little puzzle. I like that. The Fragment of Guile. Dun 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 dun. Remember, his music goes with everything. And finally, orange. So red and yellow. And all should be well. Bam. That gatekeeper is not going to be happy. So what's next? Ooh, the combats. I am okay with the combats. Speak, stranger. I challenge you to a duel.
You face Jarasoom, Grand Vizier of the Conservatory.
Time to die!
Ooh, your voice was a lot deeper than I thought it would be. No.
Arrogance will be your undue. I am unimpressed.
Yeah, get blinded. You impressed now? I can't really tell. You haven't been able to really cast a spell yet.
It is finished then.
Let that be a lesson to you. And here we go, Valera. Valera looks you over impassively. Yes. Yeah, you're up.
I will not restrain myself. Let us begin.
Well, that's good. I wasn't going to restrain myself either. Oh, you're a caster as well.
Bear in mind that your performance reflects upon all of us.
Allow me to escort you to your end.
Greater Mage Ward.
Could stand to do better.
Ah, okay. Force field. Interesting. So she's all defensive-based magics. As long as we interrupt them,
Enough.
we're in good shape.
You have proven your worth.
Uno más.
You will bow when addressing the High Awakener.
Yeah, and third time's the charm there, biggin.
A fool's errand, but I will indulge you.
I like indulgences. And we're just gonna pop the dread blades and have some fun.
Continue like this, and you may well scrape by. I suppose that qualifies as a victory.
Yeah, damn right it does. Alright, that's them dealt with, and now we need to complete the Trial of Tenacity. Conservatory of the Arcane. This is probably some obstacle course, maybe? Oh. Are you ready to begin the Trial of Tenacity? Yeah, I'm ready.
This challenge is very simple. Enter and proceed until you reach the other side of the structure.
Uh-huh.
It is designed to kill you. Best of luck.
Oh, lasers. Well, let's see if we can do some roguiness here. What do you guys think? Let me wait until I can sprint again. And what we'll do is we'll just cloak of shadows and run right through this. 1, 2, 3.
Try not to let the beams touch you. I imagine it is mind the stairs.
Oh, there's stairs? Oh. That's fine. Now what? Oh!
Oh, you made it. Wonderful.
You call that tenacity? I see you're either very fast or very persistent. But is it enough to prove your tenacity, I wonder? Cora makes a noise akin to humming. Is this trial complete? Can we go now? Ooh.
Fine. This trial is complete. Merely because I seem to have run out of space in which to test you.
Oh, that's so cool. We're over like the lava flow, the core of the planet. Man, this is a great zone. And down we go. I don't got time for obstacle courses. And then we have Snoz, who's another one of those critters like Wretch, I assume. The snozberries taste like snozberries. So let's get back here and hear some disappointment from our trial master.
State your purpose.
You may be worthy of the conservatory's secrets if you survive that long. Now, cunning? Display the mark of cunning or leave me alone. Here you go. Oh, you were successful. Surprising. And mastery. I must admit, I am impressed. It seems you are not so easily deterred. Very well. Your deeds qualify you to seek the sigil. To be clear, I am only permitting you to move on. This does not guarantee your success. The greatest of your challenges lies before you. You must go to the Praetorium and face Archimonde himself. Only by defeating the master of the conservatory will you be worthy of the sigil. Few have overcome this obstacle. I hope it does not make too much of a mess of you. Archimonde did not know he would become the Defiler, but his pursuit of power did not start when Sargeras arrived.
Protocol dictates that I bid you farewell.
I cannot step hoof in the Praetorium. But you knew that, didn't you?
Step hoof.
Perhaps.
I have complete faith in you. I will be nearby when you are finished.
Alright, be back in the jiff. So, going all the way back to kill Archimonde, huh? Haven't done that in ages. But we'll just fly through here, I assume. Is that the... Oh, that's the stupid Argonite. Whoopsie. I keep on getting distracted by stones. Ah, it's up there. That seems more appropriate. So we'll just hustle up here. And you can definitely see I can definitely check out the Draenei architecture, because this reminds me of some of the ruin structures I've seen in Outland during Burning Crusade, particularly around Shadow Moon Valley. Okay, we will vanish. What is this? Increased damage done by 5%, stacking 10 times. Ooh. That's nifty. And that refreshes the buff. That might be what we need to beat Archimonde. Alright. Well, let's jump in here and fight another one of the big WoW bosses.
Ah, yes. It has been too long since I have humbled the pupil. Come, face me.
Okie doke.
I must confess, these trials do deserve
Yay!
some amusement.
Purifying flame.
A worthy tribute to my conservatory's teaching.
Nothing like engineering to beat magic.
Dog is proud. Claim your prize.
Ooh. Sigil of Awakening. Radiates raw power, much like Archimonde himself.
You found it. Such power. I can feel it from here. Bring it to me, quickly! We have established a safe perimeter below.
I don't know, she had kind of a Galadriel vibe to her. In her voice, you know, like, oh, such power. Whee! Dunk. Okay, and we're about to vanish here in 7 seconds. We get out of combat. And... there we go. Ooh, I got it floating over my head. That's not good for rogue work.
Blade and spell, ready to serve the light.
Archimonde himself. What have we gotten ourselves into? I have never felt power like this before. Ymera handles the shard cautiously. We should get this to Valen as soon as we can. Ruined Conservatory Emblem. This relic is too powerful to keep it out in the open. We must return to the Vindicar at once. The Prophet will know what to do. I did want to thank you, Swindlegear. Without you, this would not be possible. Horam would have assured I never got near the sigil. Perhaps one day, I will share that story with you. Return to the Vindicar and secure the Sigil of Awakening. We will get Shroud of Arcane Echoes. Allows the user to become invisible for a short period of time and become overpowered when the invisibility ends. Yeah. Makari World Quests.
Keep an eye out for anything useful.
Excellent. Ymera waves for you to follow her. Well, this seems like a good place to go ahead and end the episode, guys. Good bit of work today. Hope you all have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.